Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures, and I'm at my gate. I'm about to go on. Well, I've been on actually for about an hour and I've started, well, what can I say? I just happened to have my spade in my hand and then one thing led to another and I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please sit back, relax, come on, put your feet up. I'm going to do in a minute and have a cuppa and it's great to have you all on board once again for Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Come on, let's go and have some fun. Well, I've started it. I've been meaning to do this from December onwards, well, November, December, to clear the area and to move some of the polytunnels and the greenhouse frames I've got here on the allotment. And it's dangerous, isn't it, once you get a spade in your hand and you start thinking, well, how can I change this area? And as you can see, I've taken the cover off the frame. I've had this about 3 years now and it's done really well. I've taken it off really, really carefully, so I'm hoping when I move it, there are a couple of tears in it, but that's because of the wind and all the friction over the years that we've had down here on the allotment. I've temporarily just dragged the greenhouse frame out of the way, and as you can see, we're going to get quite a nice area. What I'm going to do, in front of me here, I've got the bank in. I've been working out, do I put an extra wall in here? Well, no, I'm not going to put a wall in here. I'm going to put a wall in just in front of the laurels. Maybe leave little gaps and get to it, a little pathway, and then we're going to dig down there and push all the soil this way. So this will come up a little bit, but then I will have one massive area that I can utilise, either open with frames, without frames. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. Not sure either whether or not I'm going to keep this up. If I do, I might just net it like I've done with the greenhouses that I've got here. But that's all the adventure to come. And what's lovely is actually, you probably can't see in this one anyway, but in front of me here, I've got some onions coming. I know, it's strange, isn't it? And I've got some leeks, wild leeks I think they are now, wild onions, because I've not put them there. They must have just, unless I've dropped a seed or two, you never know, over the past year or so here. We've got daffodils coming, we've got tulips coming up, and that's nice about this time of year. And as you can see, you're filming through my laurel bushes, and I've had those about 3 years now, and they grow about a foot a year. So, well, yeah, they're doing really, really well. They were very slow at first, but they're coming along and they're going to make a really nice hedge along the top bank, and also that will help with soil retention and the roots will go down into the soil, and that's really going to help with that banking in the next year or so. So that's my little bit of a foray on the allotment today, and as you can see, lovely in the corner there we have Margot. She's a bit worse for wear actually. She's been on there. We don't like to talk when she's in, when she can hear me, but it's not her fault. It's been a cold winter, and we'll get her sorted out. Her arm's in a very peculiar position, and yes, I have found her false finger, so we'll have to stick that on, won't we? Cheers. I'm just having a rest. I've been at it on the allotment this morning, just trying to clear this space behind me. It's always been a space that I've never used very well, actually, to tell the truth. I've had a raised bed in here, and it was only about 2 foot by 2 foot, I think. Not very useful. I did try and grow onions and things in, but not very successfully actually. Also, this is where I had my pumpkins here last year, and it's quite a nice growing area, but it was a bit, I couldn't get to it. Not easily anyway, because I put the growing frame in front of it, and of course I put the greenhouse up there. Now the greenhouse itself, actually, I don't know if you can see it, I'm going to move it about 3 foot that way to the edge of the path, and so I gain actually a 3 foot here. So this will be about 12 square metres actually, believe it or not, and it's interesting. It's going to be a lovely growing area. There is a tree in the way that stops the sunshine from coming through, but unfortunately it's dying, and so that's going to have to come out at some point, which is good for me because I'll get some more wood for my log burner. Cheers anyway, this is really nice. Obviously digging out, we have problems here, or have had in the past, with bindweed. When I cleared all the growing area here, I got all of it out. Here behind me, because I've not really touched it that much, I've dug down at least 2 foot while moving all the soil around, and there we have some horrible bindweed. And no matter how much of that I leave in the soil, it will just regrow. Even if it's just a tiny bit, it just produces and keeps going. And well, I've had some really long bits actually. I've thrown them at the back on some plastic sheeting. This is going to go down here. What I do is I dry them out and then I burn them, because I say you don't leave anything lying around. They'll just take, and they'll, even on the surface, they'll grow. And so you have to put it onto something and get rid of them. Whilst digging out, I found some lovely bulbs here, look. So they're going to go back in, and they're going to go into over here. I don't think you can see it, I can't remember. I've got my old kitchen sink, and that came out of here as well. Not today, but in the past when I claimed the space where the greenhouse is now. As you see, I've got more work to do. There's some big branches, roots from the trees. They're going to have to dig down around those eventually, and we'll get those out too. But they are really, really tough. They're not, and because they're still alive, they're still living roots, they really are hard work to cut. They're springy and spongy, and well, they don't like being chopped off, so to speak. So lots of things to think about here. What to grow? Well, whilst digging up here, I found some bulbs, and they're going to go into here. We'll get some soil in a moment, fill that up, stick them in, and we'll have some nice growth. This, I think, I'm going to get some herbs in here, and some nice, maybe just a few little flowers and things. But this could become my new herb tray. How spectacular. I must fill the hole in first though, but not too much, because we do need drainage at the bottom. I've got a few seeds here for this season, so I've got some cabbages and cauliflowers and broccoli in here, so that'd be nice. Sprouts I'm going to do this year. We can actually sow now these indoors. We're now into February, of course, and we can get these sown indoors, somewhere nice and warm, get them started off. And the earlier you plant, maybe about March, April time, once they've come up a little bit, then come outside, and well, then you start to harvest between September and December. So if we stagger these throughout, then I might get some for Christmas Day. Got some more lettuce, some beautiful mixed lettuce. These can be sown outdoors. I'm going to sow some in the greenhouse over the next few days, and then we can transplant them again outside. Turnips, purple top turnips, brilliant. These are called Milan. And what I like about this particular one is you get a little label as well. I do like that. I don't see why more growers can't put little labels on. It really does help. Although this year I have bought some labels and some Swedes, and they can all be started off now. They can, well, yeah, from March really. I'm going to put again, sow some indoors, get them going, get them rooted in lovely rooting compost, and well, that's a start of my sowing season here on the allotment. It is still chilly here. It's windy on the allotment today, but it's quite nice. I have been working hard though, honestly I have. Well, thank you so much for your text messages that I've had over the last week or so via, of course, the YouTube channel. And yes, I do have an email. It's jezgrows@outlook.com. Send any photographs to there if you like, and I can pick them up and we can have them on the shows in future. I look forward to hearing from you once again over the next coming weeks here on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Keep safe, enjoy your cuppa, and I'll see you next time here on my Yorkshire Allotment. I think that's the geese.